fresh trouble in Imo as PDP Labour Party candidates reveal how Uzodinma rigged the election, issued ultimatum to INEC. Can you imagine? So I learned for the past 48 hours, both the Labour Party and the PDP governorship candidate of Imo State that lost out during the last election of November 11 have been, talking together, working together, and I'm sure they're charting the way forward. Even though the PDP seem not to be comfortable challenging the outcome, the Labour Party has vowed to challenge the outcome. That is in the person of Atan Achono, the Labour Party governorship candidate. So now they have teamed up together and revealed how, how Uzodinma rigged the election and has issued ultimatum to INEC. So let's get into the details to understand the ultimatum and what they're telling INEC to do. Imo State governorship candidates of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Senator Samuel Anyango, and the Labour Party Senator Atan Achono jointly called on Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to cancel last Saturday's governorship election in the state. The demand was made during a press conference in Owerri, where they alleged massive rigging and the diversion of electoral materials to private homes for illegitimate thumb printing in favor of the candidate declared the winner by INEC. Okay, which is the person of Governor Hope Uzodinma. Can you imagine? Okay. Senator Samuel Anyango stated it was not an election, it was a war. Over 70% of the process, there was no collation of result. This is a PDP state where the governorship election took place 2 days to conduct. INEC has 7 days review or 7 days to review this election or cancel outrightly. Senator Atan Achono emphasized we have written to the INEC chairman calling for a total review of the election or outright cancellation of the election. Both candidates gave a 7-day ultimatum for INEC to act on their demand. This is serious. So both of them, they said they saw what happened. It was war. It was not an election. Okay, they saw a situation where the electoral materials were carted away, taken to private homes for thumb printing. We even had a case of thumb printing in Okigwe, where the INEC people were even involved in the thumb printing there, and they brought some thugs from Akwa Ibom to come and do the rigging and thumb printing for them in Okigwe. We saw all of that report. Unfortunately, where it is even most glaring is that out of the 27 local government areas in the state, how can Hope Uzodinma win all the 27? And even the areas where there were no election, result came out already thumb printed, and INEC accepted it. What a shame. That is terribly very bad. That nobody actually will accept that kind of outcome. Okay, so even when there was no election, you brought out the result. So how did you get the result? Meaning that because people are alleging that even before the election started, the results were already out, already prepared and already thumb printed. So that is also another big challenge. Okay, that is also another big challenge. So for Uzodinma to have been declared a winner, it is not a joke. It means that they have done something on the ground in that state, which is not a very good one. I must tell you the truth. It's not a good one for the state. So now that it's revealed, they want to show the world how the election was rigged. I just hope that they'll be able to do that, because it's not clear to everybody's eye that such election was conducted in that manner and concluded. And all the issues that came up in that election, INEC accepted it. So the question I probably will want to ask both Achono and Emmanuel Anyango, the PDP and the Labour Party candidates respectively, now that they are working together, are they working together as a common front team, or team for a common front, or they're working independently, collaborating. Because the question is, are they working together to unseat Uzodinma? Because I know that INEC will not unseat him, federal government will not unseat him, and even if you take him to judiciary will not unseat him. Reason being that he's an APC person, and APC is now dictating the tone of everything. Okay, so now that two of them have agreed to work together, the question remains: are they working as a team on a common goal? Then, if they win, who will be the governor and who will be the deputy governor? Okay, if they lose, how will they manage it? Those are the questions. Or are they fighting independently, just collaborating to share information? But for benefit would that be to each of them? Because it's a matter of interest, and both interests are already clashing because both of them want to be governor. Okay, so they wouldn't give way for another person to go. So the way it is now, it is obvious that election was rigged in Imo State. Unfortunately, the INEC, the federal government, and all of them, they will never admit it. They will never admit it. Okay, they would rather die than to admit that there was rigging in those states. And INEC chairman is working for them because it is an APC state, it is APC government that is in power, and all of that put together. So how is Senator Achono and Manuel Anyango going to buttress their case? Because that is a big one from their side. What are they going to do differently to prove their case? Because we saw how the PDP at presidential level of with Atiku and the Labour Party with Peter Obi, how they presented their case at the tribunal, and even with all the evidences they brought, they told them that they have not brought enough evidence. They need to substantiate their case, and they gave the tribunal judgment sustained the INEC's judgment and INEC's announcement of Tinubu's victory. And when they were taken to Supreme Court, it's the same thing. The Supreme Court judges aligned with the lower court, judgment, and sustained it and say that the Labour Party and the PDP, their case lacks merit. They could not substantiate their case, no enough evidence. How? So with the way things have been, how are we sure that Achono and Manuel Anyango will succeed? Now that I've given INEC 7 days ultimatum, what are they going to do after the 7 days? Are they going to go to court? Are they going to stage protest? Or what are they going to do to retrieve their mandate if actually their mandate was stolen? So those are the questions on ground, which I tell you, those questions are begging for answer. Because now that both of them are collaborating, it's going to be difficult to predict both of them at the same time or even independently. So that is what is happening in Imo State. So the people they want to show how the election was rigged, and are giving the they're giving the INEC 7 days ultimatum to review the election or cancel it completely and then do a new election. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment, for sharing as usual.